Hey guys, how y'all doing today? It is December the 31st, New Year's Eve, and today's video is going to be quite an important one. Thank you everybody who came in yesterday and watched the live, and thank you to everybody that went back and watched the recorded version of the live. I don't know why, for some reason, the recorded version from my end, when I looked at it, didn't show any of the chat logs. I don't know what I did wrong there. I'll have to take a look at that for the next time. I don't know if I didn't hit the right button and was supposed to turn on recording of the chats or whatever. But I'm gonna go back in there and take a look at that and see why that wasn't, because it's kind of hard to watch that video without the context of the conversation. You're just hearing my end of it pretty much, and it's a little bit confusing. So I'm sorry for you guys that went back and watched and you didn't see the questions that were getting asked, and I'm just answering things. I know that had to be really confusing for you guys that went back to watch that, but for everybody that joined in yesterday, thank you so much for being there, and for everybody that gave me the super chats, the super stickers, all that stuff, man, you guys are so awesome. I really do appreciate that so much. You guys are so kind, and I was just blown away at the end of that. You just don't know how much that meant to me. I was not expecting that going into that by any means, and you guys really blew me away. But for you, those of you that didn't get there, I understand. I mean, it's New Year's Day weekend, and I don't expect everybody to join in on everything. I mean, it's, those of you that could make it, that was awesome. And those of you that couldn't, that's awesome too. I mean, it's just, not everybody's got the time. So, but I do really appreciate everybody that went back and watched. I plan on doing another live video. I think I'm gonna try to do one while I'm in the hospital, as a matter of fact. I figured that might be kind of a cool thing to do. While I'm sitting there, you guys could ask me any questions about like the procedure, what happened, whatever. It's just as long as they don't give me a hard time about it while I'm in there. I have a pretty good idea of when the nurses are in and out of the room and when the doctors come in. I know about what time everybody comes in, and there's a certain period of time during the day, which is usually around about lunchtime, when you're pretty much left alone. And also later on in the afternoons, after about between 4 and 6 o'clock, somewhere around there, it's pretty dead in there. There's nobody really coming in. Let me know in the comments which time would be better for you. I would imagine it'd probably be better in the afternoon to do that live. Just let me know which one you guys prefer me to do, in the middle of the day or later on in the evening, somewhere around 5:30, 6, somewhere around there. And I'll try to do another hour. I just know that nurse shift change happens at 7 o'clock, and they tend to bring the night nurse in. If they do, they'll come in about 6:30, 6:45, introduce the night nurse, and then the day nurse will leave. But I want to try to do it and just not get interrupted. If anybody does come in the room, they're just going to come in and check my vitals, and then they'll leave. They won't be in there for very long. But I don't know what the policy is at the hospital. I would imagine they don't really smile upon people doing live videos in the hospital setting, but what they don't know is not going to hurt them, and I'm not going to film any of the staff or anything like that. It's just going to be me, and my mom will be in the room, and I'm not going to film her unless she wants to be involved in it, but I'll just film myself in there. But once again, I'm not going to keep going on about this. Just let me know what time that you guys would prefer me to do the live. I'll probably try to do it on Thursday. I've got my procedure Wednesday. It's going to be kind of hectic that day. I don't know when I'm going to get to my room. I don't want to make any promises, but I know that Thursday I will be there still. Plan on being there Wednesday night. I'm sorry, not Thursday. It'd be Friday, the day that I would do it, because I'm going down Wednesday. My procedure is on Thursday morning, and then I'll be there Friday and Friday night, and then I'm hoping to leave on Saturday, probably about midday that day. So the video on Saturday will probably, either I'll film it while I'm waiting on my discharge papers while I'm sitting in the hospital, or I'm going to film it when I get home. And if we leave around noon, it takes us about 3 hours. So I'll get back here about 4 or 5, and I'll try to knock a video out that afternoon. But anyway, that's enough about that. Just wanted to find out what you guys might like to see. So Friday, 12:30 or 5:30, somewhere around there. Just let me know which one you guys would like to see. So today, I think today's a good day to talk about this, because I know that there's going to be a lot of people out there in YouTube land that are going to be attempting to stop drinking tonight or tomorrow. And this is the day everybody starts with New Year's resolutions and decides that tomorrow's gonna be the day I'm gonna quit. Let me give you one word of advice here, and I know this from firsthand experience, and I can promise you this one. I can promise you this. Don't go out if you're planning on stopping drinking tomorrow, okay? And that's completely fine. But if that's what you're gonna do, do not go out tonight and get totally smashed, because what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna feel like death, and you do not want to feel like that. And one of the things that we do as alcoholics is we drink the next day to make up for how we feel. And I've done that so many times. So I would tell myself, tomorrow's gonna be the day I quit. So I would drink into full excess the night before, stay up all night long, and just party hard, going, tomorrow I'm not gonna do it, so I might as well drink the rest of what I got in my house right now. I don't want to waste the money and all that kind of stuff. And then I would wake up the next day and just feel horrible. And I would have to go, all right, I'm just gonna have a beer, and now I've got to drink today, so tomorrow's gonna be the next day. And then it just continued to go on and on and on, and it never fixed itself, because that's how I always tried doing it. Now, there were times I did stop, but every single time that I tried to quit, I would get plastered the night before, wake up the next morning, and would feel so bad that I would have to go get some booze. And usually I would do this whole thing with my wife. I'd say, pour all that out. So she'd go and pour all my stuff out so I could prove to her that I was going to stop drinking. So she would, get really proud of me and then pour all the stuff out. And then next thing you know, the next day she'd come home from work, and there it is, 6:30 in the evening, and I'm plastered again. And the disappointment on her face when she would see me was just, it really made me feel bad. So with that said too, I'm on the topic, if this is something that you're going to do and you're serious about it, don't make a lot of false promises to people, because they're only gonna let it happen so many times, and they're gonna stop believing you. And then what ends up happening, and I know this from firsthand experience, is that then you've said it over and over again, I'm gonna stop tomorrow, and then you go through the whole ritual, pouring everything out, and your spouse believes that you're gonna stop the next day, and then the next day they come home or whatever, and you're drinking again, and the disappointment that they have, because they were really excited that you might stop, there's a chance that you might quit, and then you go and do it again, and then the next time they're just gonna blow you off, and it's gonna upset you. I know, because it used to happen to me all the time. I'm gonna tell my wife, I'm not gonna drink tomorrow, and she goes, yeah, right. And then I'd be like, what? Why don't you believe me? And she go, you told me this 1,000 times. You said this over and over and over again, and you've never quit. And then I would get really depressed, angry, mad at her, and it's not her fault, it was my fault, because I didn't stop drinking, and I just led her on to believe that I was quitting, and I never did. But I would be angry at her, and the only person I had to be angry at was myself, because I was lying to her. I knew I wasn't going to stop, even though I was telling myself I was going to. I knew it wasn't going to happen. But just don't make a bunch of false promises. If you're not 100% sure you're going to quit, don't tell anybody. You could always just, stop, and then 3 days from then they could come to you and go, I haven't seen you drink in the past couple days. You go, yeah, I haven't drank in 3 days. Instead of you going and making they'd probably be more proud of you if you did it that way anyway, because it would be such a big surprise, and for them to bring it up to your attention, go, what's going on? You haven't been drinking? You say, no, I haven't. How proud they would be of you for that, opposed to the other of you saying that you're going to stop and then you didn't. That's just my advice. But with that said as well, I've said this over and over again, but if this is something that you're trying to do, please make sure that you check with the doctor before you do it, because I've said this over and over again. Alcohol can lead to some very serious consequences if you stop abruptly and you've been drinking for a long period of time. Alcohol and benzodiazepines are the two drugs that if you continue to take them over and over for a long period of time and then just stop, can cause seizures and some other serious life-threatening things can happen. So anyway, so why is today the day? And I wrote down a list of some things, and I'm just gonna run through these really quick. But I just wrote down some reasons why today would be the day to stop drinking, and you can ponder on it, think about it, maybe add some of your own reasons. Years ago, I'm just gonna throw this quick story in there. Years and years ago, when I was a general manager at this restaurant, I'd worked at that restaurant for 14 years before that franchise for 14 years, and I worked all the way up from a cook to the general manager. And I worked at a whole bunch of their establishments. I traveled all around, and I made really, really good money working for them. But I just had gotten really tired of it. It's a long story, but I really started to ponder on leaving the job. And one of the things that I did in the process one day was I decided, I was talking to my wife about it, and she said, do yourself a favor, write down a list. Write down all the positive things and all the negative things, and then take a look at your list and then say which one you have the most of on there. Do you have more positives or negatives? So you could do the same for yourself. Write down all the there's I mean, I'm not saying everything about alcohol is negative. You can have a good time with it. I mean, I did for a very long time. But there's way more negatives to it. I mean, and that little bit of fun that you have lasts for a blink of an eye, and the next thing you know, you're dealing with the hangover for a whole 24 hours. But my point is, write yourself out a list. Write down all the goods and the bads, and then take a look at it, and I guarantee you the bads are going to outweigh the goods. But here are some reasons here. Number one, liver health. There's other issues that can cause liver problems. There's other things that can cause liver problems, not just alcohol, but alcohol is a huge contributor to your liver health. Your pancreatic health. Alcohol destroys your pancreas. It just destroys it, and can really help lead into diabetes as well. Your chance of developing esophageal varices drops way down when you stop drinking, and I've had that happen. I have esophageal varices. I have varices covering all my organs. I've had esophageal bleeds multiple times and internal bleeding around my organs before, which led to me going septic, having an infection inside with the ascites in there. It was a mess. So that is a really good reason not to. You're going to lose weight if you stop drinking. You're not getting all those wasted carbs. You're just drinking every day. Your cancer risk drops dramatically when you stop drinking. Cancer is a huge contributor to cancer. And I plan on making a video. I'm doing all the research right now into this because I want to make sure I got all the facts right. But I want to talk in one of these videos soon, in the next few days, about how many people pass away from alcohol versus other drugs in this country, and just in our country alone. And you would be really blown away at the amount of people that pass away from alcohol. But I'll get to that in another day. I just want to get all my numbers straight, and I've already started that. Your family is going to respect you more if you quit drinking. You're going to have better relationships. People are going to trust you more. You're not going to be constantly living a lie and lying to people and manipulating people in order to get your alcohol. You're going to save money, and a lot of it. I just did the math this morning, and I was like, okay, if someone was to drink a 12-pack of beer, and if you're a drinker, if you're an alcoholic, you're drinking a 12-pack every day. You're not taking days off. So let's say you're a 12-pack of beer a day drinker. You're going to spend $4,380 a year just on beer. And if you were like me, then you smoke cigarettes as well. And I know a lot of people that drink love to smoke. The two of them go hand in hand. It's like Oreos and milk. you're going to spend $3,000 a year on cigarettes if you smoke a pack a day. So combine the two of those, and you're looking at, you know, $7,500 that you're going to save every year. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a car payment every single month. You could have a really nice vehicle for that. Another thing, you're going to remember everything you do. And I remember back in the day when I used to drink, my wife would, she would say things that I'd done the night before, and there was no way that I would know. She could have told me something I did, and I would have had no idea. But now she can't, and sometimes I thought that she just was pulling my leg on some of this stuff, but never again, because I remember everything that happens anymore. Every conversation that we have, there's never a conversation where I don't remember part of it. I mean, I can basically tell my wife verbatim what I said, word for word, and you know, there's times where she'll say I said something, I'm like, absolutely not, that's what I said, this, and she's like, oh yeah, you did say that. So you're gonna remember everything. You're not gonna do stupid things, or you're less likely to. I'm not gonna go into it now, but the amount of stupid stuff I did when I was drinking was just ridiculous, and the really life-threatening things that I did when I was drinking. No risk of DUI. That's a no-brainer right there. Your chance of getting arrested dramatically drops as well, because you're not gonna be out drinking, doing stupid stuff while you're drinking. You just make poor decisions when you drink. We all do it. And it could be that one night where you just go to the bar, you want to have a guy's night out, y'all go to the bar, you end up bumping into the wrong guy by accident, next thing you know, there's a fight, both of you are in jail. It happens all the time. That's going to dramatically drop. No unwanted intercourse, and that's just one of those things that comes along with it. I mean, I know a lot of people, when they go out to drink, they go to the bar, they bump into somebody, meet them that night, end up getting wasted and having a one-night stand. I mean, it happens all the time. And you're just not going to make stupid decisions like that. You're going to be more rational when you're not drinking. The less chance of taking other drugs. You're just not going to find yourself in a bathroom at a bar at 2 o'clock in the morning snorting cocaine off the back of a toilet if you're not drinking. I mean, it just doesn't happen. Alcohol leads to so many other things. So hospital bills, they're going to go way down. Ascites, you're not going to have to deal with that. All the side effects of diabetes, eye health, headaches, diet restrictions, constant doctor's visits, taking insulin with every single meal. Your work's going to improve. Maybe you want to start that new business. That's your chance. You're not going to get all the stigma from healthcare professionals, because if you go to the hospital, you're not drinking. Less pain. You're not going to have cirrhosis and all the pain that comes along with it and everything else. Your dental health is going to improve. You're not going to get drunk, pass out, not brush your teeth. Your gut biome starts fixing itself, and then that gets up into your mouth biome and everything. You're going to have more motivation, more energy, and you're going to be more productive. I mean, there's just a list that goes on and on and on. That's just a quick one that I just came up with. But anyway, guys, I'm almost 20 minutes here, and I don't want to keep a really long video and keep you guys hanging. I know it's New Year's Eve, but hey, look, if this is a decision you want to do today, I completely get it, and I'm rooting for you. But please make sure that you've checked with your doctor first. And like I said, don't go out and get smashed tonight if this is the decision you want to make, because it just leads to the next day. It's just going to be so much harder to deal with it. Guys, I love all of you so much. I really do. And y'all mean the world to me. I can't explain to you how much you guys mean to me. And just communicating with everybody has helped me through some really tough times here lately. I look forward to making these videos every single day. I look forward to commenting and chatting with you guys. And I really care about everybody here. And, like I said, if this is something you want to do, that's great. And if you're in your sobriety right now and you're on your journey, hey, good luck tonight, guys. I know we like to go out, go hang out at people's houses. There's gonna be alcohol. You know, keep your composure and remember about your sobriety. You don't want to go back. It's just not worth it. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I love you all. Best of luck tonight. Everybody, please be safe. And just because you're not drinking, there's other drinkers or drivers out on the road, so remember that. And please be careful, guys. I love you all so much. I'll see you in tomorrow's video, and look forward to hearing from everybody tomorrow, today, especially tomorrow morning. I want to hear a lot of people tell me that they refrained last night, or tonight, as a matter of fact. Let me know. Guys, have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.